Hello folks and welcome, Linux Mint 21.1 Cinnamon. So today I am going to be talking about a couple of tips for Synaptic Package Manager. I'll point out the fact that sometimes you can find screenshots in Synaptic that you cannot find in Software Manager. So in general, there are three ways to install software on Mint, and I'll talk about all three of those today. I'll give you an example of running a terminal command, how to install software, install a card game through there, and also use a different word to actually launch it through terminal and through another keyboard shortcut to launch that particular program or application. And I'll show the reasons why that it works that way, because the card game will actually be a different name. I'll talk about the way to close down a window, for instance, and give you a couple of shortcuts along the way. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video. So today I'm using neofetch as the command of displaying this in terminal. This is rather large currently, but I am filming in 1920 by 1080, and I'm using extremely large fonts in terminal, but things are about to get smaller. You can look at the panel bar and give an idea of what the text size is. However, you can also, on your own YouTube player, click that gear symbol and adjust your screen resolution accordingly. But again, I am filming in 1080 today. I do encourage that you subscribe if you are not a subscriber. Investigate my About section and look through my Community tab, because I have over 130 videos that you can do keyword searches on. None of my videos are less than 2 minutes on my new YouTube site, but they all have timelines and chapters. So welcome, folks. I will use Alt F4 to close this window now, and I'll be using Alt F4 to do a couple of things. Also using closing windows. So I'm going to go to My Stuff and open up the Software Manager, which is a favorite with brand new users. And again, if you are brand new users to Mint, welcome. Software Manager also contains Flatpak software, unlike Synaptic Package Manager. Wanted to point that out to you. First thing. The other thing too is I'm going to do a keyword search, and this piece of software will not have a screenshot here, but it will have a screenshot in Synaptic Package Manager. So let me do that. So I'm going to open up Variety. Variety is a automatic wallpaper changer. I like it. Maybe some folks don't, but that's okay. We all like different things. Same thing goes with desktops, possibly even computer systems, or different cars, for instance, or whatever it might be in life. I'm going to use Variety as my keyword search. So again, it's just an automatic wallpaper changer that I have paused currently. So I'm using that as my guinea pig, as one would say. So it is installed, but it doesn't have a screenshot. So I'm going to talk about something that's important to some new users, that they kind of sometimes shy away from installing software because they don't have a screenshot. I would also I'm going to encourage that you investigate the piece of software before you discount it. In other words, shy away from it, because I can get you a screenshot for this, a full-size one to be exact, out of Synaptic Package Manager. But let's say you picked a piece of software that doesn't have a screenshot here or Synaptic. You can always go to the internet and do some research yourself, just to see what the software looks like before you install it here. All right, so I'm going to use Variety as my guinea pig here. In other words, I don't see a screenshot here, but it will produce a screenshot when I open up Synaptic. So I'm going to go to My Stuff and type in SY for a search and open up Synaptic Package Manager. And I'll talk about a couple of things in here too. Give you some tips and tricks. So Bob is our user for today. It's just a made-up name. I sometimes do that just to have a little bit of fun, folks. Anyway, Synaptic Package Manager. There's a wealth of things you can do in here also. I'm going to use the search by name only. There are many things you can do here. Search by description and name and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to hit that, and it found it. So I'm going to grab a screenshot. Today's date is May 1, 2023. This will be a full-size screenshot. This is not October 25th. So this is a full-size screenshot of Variety, the application or software that the Software Manager did not find. So there's one benefit of using that. So let me walk you through some tips in here besides the search. So one is if you are wanting to learn a little bit about Synaptic Package Manager, and I do encourage that on all users, is to investigate the contents and go through this. This operates just like a web page. You can also look up Synaptic Package Manager online. You have a quick introduction. You also have icon legends, if you don't know what those little boxes mean. And then I'll click the About and stop here for just a second and point out what that is. So some folks do not recognize that symbol, and some folks do. So Linux Mint 21.1 Cinnamon is a Ubuntu Debian-based system. There is also on Linux Mint's website a Debian version of the Cinnamon desktop called LMDE, Linux Mint Debian Edition. It's currently on version 5. When I show the software repositories, I'll point that out. But more importantly, that's the Debian logo. All right, so let's move on. So I'm going to go to status for a second. Actually, sections. I'll start with sections all. And let me point down to the left corner down here as an info bar. 74,000 right above where my arrow is in the opposite direction. 74,798 packages are listed. Packages are pieces of software. So 2868 are installed. 2068 are installed. None are broken, none to install or upgrade, and none to remove. So your info bar can be very helpful to you to understand what Synaptic Package Manager is doing or not doing. The other thing I have turned on, and I have this feature activated, and it won't be activated by default. It's just a common way of clicking through things, and I'll show that in a minute. So under status, under installed, this now matches the number of packages listed in here, and it's got a scroll wheel or a scroll bar and the number of installed. Again, this does not reflect Flatpak software, only software coming from either Ubuntu or Linux Mint, not flathub.org. This software here comes from flathub.org. And there'll be one piece of software which I'll talk about actually deinstalling in Synaptic, and I'm going to reinstall it using terminal. And I'm going to actually let you see that you can see it installed in here. And this has 2 versions of that particular piece of software, that card game. Now I'm going to close that. We also have Origin. Sometimes you may want to look through that. Okay, that stuff is installed because we can go to our legend and read about it, and it's green. Debian symbol. More importantly, it's got names on here. security@ubuntu.com, for instance. So let's talk about the software, where it comes from. They're called repos or repositories. They come from Mint, Linux Mint. And since this is Linux Mint 21.1 Cinnamon, the base packages are coming from Ubuntu, because Linux Mint is an Ubuntu Debian-based system. However, on Linux Mint's website, you also have a Debian version of the Cinnamon desktop called LMDE, Linux Mint Debian Edition. Current version is LMDE 5. I actually have a couple of videos on that. Anyways, when you open up Synaptic Package Manager in LMDE 5 and do the exact same thing I'm doing here, this part will say Debian on it, and that part will say Mint. And since I'm kind of under constraint with time, I'm not going to cover all these windows because I have covered some of this material earlier in different videos. But anyways, I'm going to continue. So that's Origin and, of course, repositories. You can also right-click on your panel bar, System Settings, scroll to the bottom, Software Sources, and log in, and it'll be the same box. Custom filters, really not going to talk about, but you have some choices in here. Under Architecture, you can just view this, different categories. All right. And what else do we have in here? Oh, history. All right, so it's going to give me history of the stuff I've just previously done. So that was not too long ago. And I'm actually going to copy that because I'm going to install this card game a little bit later. So I'm just going to borrow that word. But anyways, this is history of installed, upgraded, and removed packages. So just be aware of that. Really not going to demo any broken packages because I currently have none. So that's a good thing actually. But I will demo this. And if I didn't make mention of this, if this is not activated, you will not get these tabs. So this is what that looks like without it. To get that done, right-click Properties, you get the same thing here. But if you want it displayed downstairs, turn this feature on. It's not a big deal. It's just a convenience factor. Okay, so whatever you're doing here. And some people don't care about where the dependencies or where the files are stored on their hard drive, especially when you're looking at installed material. This tells me where they are on the drive and what they're dependent on, or the other way around. To make it work, in other words. All right. So I'm going to search for something. First, I'm going to go to Status All, and I'm going to search for that thing I just highlighted and copied earlier, which is a card game name. Okay, that is installed and it's located right here under that. So that's the card game. All right, so it's a card game called Klondike. Okay, and anyways, maybe you've got this installed and maybe you don't. But in either case, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to uninstall it and install it through Terminal. And I'm going to also make you aware of the fact that there is only one version in Synaptic, but there are two versions of this game actually in Software Manager. There is the FlatHub version also of that same game. Okay. Right-click, mark for complete removal. Not too sure about that icon? Click in here, icon legend. Mark for complete removal. Now I'm going to hit apply. And yes, it's just asking me for a last chance. So as I remove this thing, you sometimes get that error. That's fine. So anyways, if I do another search for this thing, it's already displayed, but I'm going to do it anyways. So there's the game for me to reinstall. But I'm not going to do it here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install it using Terminal, but I'm going to leave Synaptic Package Manager open. Even if it's minimized, I'm going to get an error. But I'm going to leave it open. And I'm going to open up Terminal. And some of you folks that already know how to use Synaptic Package Manager know this is a no-no. You will get an error if you do this. The reason that you need to have Package Manager closed is so you can install stuff through Terminal. But I'm going to do it anyways to let you see what the error is. So the installation command is sudo superuserdo space apt space install. That is the general command for installing software. Now, the name of this particular piece of software is AISLERIOT. If I spelled it correctly, this should possibly work, but is it going to work because I got Synaptic open? No. But it will start the process and it'll go into a loop. So sudo apt install, the name of the package or game, it's going to ask me next for my password. Then after the password and I hit enter, it's going to try to install it, but it's going to not be able to get a lock on the vir directory because this is open. So let me put in Bob's password and get this process rolling. All right, so right now it's having a cache lock issue. It cannot lock the var library because this is open. So I'm going to hit Control-C to stop this because otherwise it'll just cycle. All right, so now I'm going to punch up clear just to get rid of all that junk on the screen. And then what I'm going to do is click in Synaptic Package Manager and close this. I have two ways of closing any window in Linux Mint. It's Alt F4 or hit that X in the corner. I'm going to use Alt F4. Now it's closed. Now what I'm going to do is press the upper arrow key on my keyboard to repeat that last command of clear, and then one more upper arrow key to repeat that sudo command. And now I'm going to hit enter. And since I entered the password earlier because I did not close Terminal, it shouldn't ask for that password again. And now it's taking off, getting the software from Ubuntu.com. And it's finished. I'll punch up another clear just to clear the screen. So that is now installed under Games. I'll open up the Software Manager, put in a keyword, and you'll see a green dot. So it is installed, in other words, because it has a remove key. Can I use Alt F4 in here? Yes, Alt F4. But I'm going to actually run this game out of terminal, but it's going to open it up in a graphical environment. But I'm not going to use the name of that game. I'm going to use SOL. And you're going to go, well, how does that equate? This is a solitaire game. That's where the SOL is coming from. So inside the system, this is a keyword that is used to launch this game. And I'm going to, this is the same game. I'm going to use Alt F4 to close the screen and Alt F4 to close terminal. And then I'm going to use Alt F2 to give you a box that you may not be aware of. Some of you, my older subscribers, know what this box does. It's a blank box that really doesn't describe much. I used to use that for small r to reset Cinnamon, but I'm going to use SOL in this case. It's a launcher. And I'll use Alt F4 to close. So a lot of commands that you can do in here, like one of them is like top, for instance, for process monitor. You know that? It's built into just about any Linux box. So I'm going to hit exit. And I'm going to use a launcher to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to use SOL instead. Or I could use top, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use X for my name. That's a valid name. SOL is also a valid application, or a valid executable is in this case. I'm going to leave the rocket icon. I could change that to anything. This does not require me to run it out of terminal, so I'm going to leave that off. A launcher is used to launch processes, usually without having an icon, but we have an icon for it already. But I'm just showing you that I can actually do this also using a launcher, using just that keyword, SOL. I'm going to answer no because I do not want it added to my Mint menu. I just wanted to demo this. And the reason all that stuff works is because of the fact that in the system, it's listed as SOL. That's how I was able to achieve that. So if I wanted to create a launcher for top, for instance, not htop, regular top. See, that's a valid command. It gives me a check mark. I'll just use X. But this one does require me to launch it in terminal. And I'll say no. Okay. Now I'm going to hit Control C. All right. So anyways, that's how that came about. So that particular card game has two versions in Software Manager. The standard version, which if I uninstall it will free me up a whopping 9 megabytes worth of disk space. The screenshot is different from the one from FlatHub. And also Synaptic has a different screenshot for this. Take a look at these two. And then I'll open up Synaptic and give you a third screenshot. So sometimes these screenshots are a little different. Bob's password. Oh boy. All right. Promise not to hang on too long here. Anyways, screenshot time. I'm going to close that. Try to close that, or at least minimize that. I just want to let you see the screenshots are slightly different. So this one says game on it. This one has a different language, and the one for the FlatHub has a different language. Not that that's super important. I just wanted to let you see that sometimes when you don't find screenshots in one or the other, you may want to, if it doesn't find it in Synaptic, take a look at the Software Manager, or the other way around, where your Software Manager doesn't have a screenshot. Take a look in here. This has a wealth of information too. Alt F4 to close, and I'll say thank you for watching, folks, and take care.